All right, linear relations. Let's talk graphs. So here we have our classic graph, and there's a couple things we need to talk about. You may have seen something like this before. The first detail that we need to highlight is what's known as the axis, or axes. The x-axis runs horizontal, okay? And it's just like a number line from left to right. If we assume 0 is in the middle, it gets higher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these are positive. And if you move left, it goes negative. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. And that continues on indefinitely. Just depends on how big you want to make your graph. The y-axis, that is vertical. And it does the same thing, except positive is going up and negative goes down. Okay. The origin is what's known as 0, 0. It's the middle. It's the center of the graph. And each quadrant actually has a name. Quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. When we're talking about how you use this, we're dealing with things that we can call coordinate points or ordered pairs. Okay. Now, coordinate points or ordered pairs, they tell you where in this graph the point is. They're written in XY format. This means the X coordinate comes first, then the Y. All right. So, for example, this point 2, 3. You start with the X value 2, and then you follow with the Y value 3, and you find the point 2, 3 is here. Point 0, 0 is in the middle. Now this point here, negative 1.5 and negative 2.5. Well, you start with the X value, which is the x-axis, and you move left 1.5, and then you go down to negative 2.5, and that's where you find that point. This point here, negative 3, 1, again, you start with the X value, so you go to negative 3, and then it's positive 1, so you go up to positive 1, which is the corresponding Y value. All right, let's try a couple here. So 2, 1. Actually, I should get a colored pen here, sorry. Point 2, 1. So this is your X value, and this is your Y value. So let's go to 2. Now it's positive 2. And then up to positive 1. And that is the point 2, 1. Okay. The next one is negative 4 and 3. So on our x-axis, we're going to go to negative 4 and then positive 3. They intersect at that point. Okay, so this is point negative 4, 3. Now the next one, negative 6, negative 2. I'm just going to erase some of this stuff here. So that point was at negative 4, positive 3. Okay, negative 6, negative 2. So we start with our x-axis and we go over to negative 6. And then it's negative 2 for the y-axis, so negative 2. You can see where those points intersect, and it's right there. So that's negative 6, negative 2. And our last one, 7, negative 3. So positive 7 for our x axis and negative 3 for our y. If we look at where those lines intersect, this is point positive 7, negative 3. You might notice a few things. In this quadrant, your values are positive x and positive y. In this quadrant, your values are going to be negative x, but positive for your y value. In this one, they're both negative, and in this one, it's positive, negative. I'll just simplify what that looks like. This one will be negative, positive, and this one is positive, positive. All right, so a few final reminders. The x-axis runs horizontal. Your y-axis runs vertical. the coordinates are written in x then y form, and you use the point of intersection, which is the where the x and the y values cross, and that's where the actual point is going to be.